Oh snap, we got some delayed 5070 and 5060s. Not surprised, and looks like we're gonna get those X3D chips sooner than we expected. Let's go ahead and get to today's video. Alright guys, so first up here, I just want to remind you guys, for anyone who is like legitimately needing or wanting to upgrade to the 50 series and want a Founders Edition 5080 or 5090, they're doing the verified priority access, right? I left this in the previous video, but I want to reiterate that here so you guys have the opportunity to sign up for the like lottery system is what I called it, right? So you can go on NVIDIA's site, and I left the link there yesterday, and I'll leave the link again down below in the description, along with the sources that I have in this video going over this from videocards.net. So yeah, go ahead and click here on this form here, and you'll be able to get the lottery option there if you want to buy your 5080 or 5090. Hopefully, good luck to you guys. Again, I'm against the scalpers and stuff like that. I'm sure everyone is, but honestly, this GPU series is definitely worth the upgrade if you're coming from a 30 series. Or honestly, in my eyes, the value that I see is if you want a 5090 and you're coming back, you know, and you're on the 4080 like I was, I think the value is there in my opinion, right, to upgrade to the 5090 if you're trying to go all big, all out, 4K gaming, editing, all that stuff. The 5090 has everything that you need, from editing and the encoding with the Adobe suite and all the other creator apps or creative apps and editing apps that you want to use, as well as if you want to indulge in the 4K gaming world, right? This is the card to get. Now, my 4080 was able to do that, but not to the extent of like just butter melting, right? So again, that's my opinion. Let me know down below in the comments on what you guys think. But again, opportunity for everybody to win some. So here we are. Biggest news, scandal, you could say whatever it is that you guys want to believe in, but the 5070 Ti launches with misleading MSRP and fake promotions. And honestly, this is what we call in the car industry or in sales a fake ad, right? So essentially what you would do is you would list products, or you would list cars or list an item, right, on your website or advertise it somewhere, and then you would say, oh yeah, come on in, check this out. Oopsie, that car or that item is already sold out, but you can still buy this item here. And that's the type of sense of feeling that I got, right, from this launch, is like, oopsie, we're out of the MSRP cards, but check this out, you can pay $920 and you can get this card today or in a couple weeks, or get it shipped to you, right? I've already seen it on my marketplace and OfferUp scalpers already listing these cards for $1,200 to $1,500. Please don't do that. Just be patient, right? Just be patient. Looks like we're gonna get about 2 to 3 more months till stock really kind of alleviates, and I'll let you guys know why I think that here once we get further into the video. But here's some of the listings from Newegg, Best Buy sites, as well as MSI's and Micro Center's sites. So if you guys want to scope through that, right, go do your deep dive. I don't really want to waste more time on this, as a lot of people have already beat this thing like a dead horse. So let's move on to the next story, which is super exciting. We've got 5070 and 5060 mass production delay rumors. Here we go again, right? The non-TI 5070s are going to be gaining their momentum back in mid-March, which would confirm that there will now also be low stock for the RTX 5070 when it does launch the 5th of March, right before the RX 9070 series releases as well from AMD. So it says here the RTX 5060 never had a launch date because NVIDIA has not announced this chip yet. Some of the earliest rumors claimed it may arrive in March. However, if this report is true with the delay, the chip may have been moved to mid-April. And this is where I am saying, like, hey, stock might come back up here in the next 2 to 3 months. So if all of you guys can just wait 2 to 3 months and, you know, just keep checking the websites to try and get a card at MSRP, or just hang on to what you have right now. This is a good way to kind of gauge where you're at. Plus, you can use this time to either upgrade some of your other system parts, right, or components. Maybe get that case that you've been wanting, right? So if you're ready to drop 800 bucks, go spend 100 bucks and get a bigger case with bigger airflow, or upgrade your power supply so you have enough headroom to get a GPU that you really want, and also add other components in there, right? So my safe rule of thumb that I recommend is, if you're going into a GPU like a 5080 or a 7900 XT, or even the 7900 GRE as an example, I would recommend going with at least 850 watt power supply. But if you want foolproof, like upgradability, I don't even know if that's a word, upgradability, long-term wise, getting a 1000 watt power supply, that'll last you for years. Personally, I've used a 1000 watt power supply, and I've only recently picked up a 1300 watt power supply, and I've had this 1000 watt power supply in my system for about 6 years now, and I spent like 120 bucks on it, and it was the modular one, which I would recommend getting. Get a modular power supply. You will thank yourself for cable management. But yeah, that's what I would recommend doing, right? Kind of invest in other parts of your system while you're waiting. Maybe get a new monitor for yourself there, so you can enjoy some of the high refresh rates that you will get once you decide to upgrade to either AMD or NVIDIA. So in other news, let's go ahead and move into the X3D chips, right? Now we have official launch dates for March 12th. Are you going to be upgrading to this? I don't know. That is for you to decide, but we have the 12 and 16 core Ryzen CPUs with 3D V-Cache on them on the Zen 5 architecture that will be releasing there, right? The 9800 X3D, as you guys know, is priced at $480. Was a very successful launch. A lot of scalpers are still trying to scalp it. I see it on Marketplace go for 600 bucks. Please don't pay for that either. 7800 X3D, by the way, is back on Best Buy's website, so you guys can go ahead and get that yourselves if you don't really care for the speed bump there and you're looking on an AM5 upgrade. So that has been readily available in stock every week, I've noticed, right? And then it'll sell out towards the end of the week once people notice that it's there. But here in this article here, the 9950 X3D as well as the 9900 X3Ds reviews will be launching on March 11th, so stay tuned for that, right? And then they'll be launching it on the 12th. Now, Intel wants to kind of take AMD's thunder, but no one's really been talking about Intel. And the only news that I've seen them talk about is their Arc GPUs, which are phenomenal. I think if you can still get your hands on one of those, I think those would be the best budget CPUs now for 1080p and some 1440p gaming. But yeah, this article here will talk about the Core Ultra 200HX, right? That embargo will lift at that time, around that time frame as well. And then of course, Newegg prematurely listed the SKUs for the 9950 X3D and the 9900 X3D around $699 and $599 for those 16 and 12 core variants, which is very similar to like the previous launches, right? And then of course, give it 2 to 3 months, it'll drop back down in price. So be patient. Again, upgrade when you want to, but hey, that's it. So that is all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. You guys know what it is. This is Red Zone signing off. Keeping it real, keeping it hot, and keeping it raw. Your normal 9-to-5 guy bringing some high quality content for you guys to enjoy. I'll see you guys on the next video. And of course, like always, subscribe and hit that notification bell icon. Deuces!